So, Tony, to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, Tony Lawrence. I'm actually the CEO of VOR Technology, although I'm dual-hatted as a CIO because of my background. We're the largest small business defense contractor at the National Security Agency and DISA. Currently, we have about 400 people. We specialize in cyber exploitation and space exploitation. Here in Pensacola, we've actually been in Pensacola since 2012 with the Joint Cyber Analysis Course contract. And most people don't know, cybersecurity was started here in Pensacola on Corey Station. I started doing cybersecurity in 2006. I went to school here in Pensacola in 2007 before I became an active cyber operator. So, I mean, this is a pretty cool place to be.
Out there, so everybody kind of understands cyber. I mean, it's one of those topics that always goes on at these conferences. But what does that really mean? And I think, well, I'll let them talk, but I think you're going to be surprised at the differences. So, Tony?
Yeah, I'll take this one. I've heard tons of different definitions of what cyber is, but what I can talk about is cyberspace and the cyber domain. So basically, anything that transmits, receives, or stores data constitutes cyber, right? And the electronic devices attached to those means. So basically, so what is that? That's everything. Everything nowadays is cyber. The government and commercial organizations, they look at cyber differently. When I first started with cybersecurity, it was basically computer network operations, CNO. And CNO was a very simple concept. It was comprised of C&E, computer network exploitation, computer network defense, and computer network attack. Three things. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, that's it. It was very, very simple, and those operations were primarily conducted at the National Security Agency. So most people within my arena would say that the birthplace of cyber is NSA. So anyone that you hear about that's an expert at cybersecurity usually has come from the NSA. So why is that? Right? NSA has funding from the government, billions and billions of dollars, spent on building a robust infrastructure capable of exploiting our nation's adversaries' systems. So anyone we're going to war with, NSA has the capability to hack into foreign targets' systems and identify what our enemies are going to do. And they have that capability to protect the United States, to protect us. They do not use that for domestic purposes, but I'll talk about that later. So NSA has the best hackers in the world, and those hackers are using billion-dollar systems to hack into other people's networks. So you have your run-of-the-mill hackers, your guys hacking from their mom's basements. You have those hackers, and then you have these very, very experienced exploiters at NSA. So that's computer network exploitation created at NSA, started at NSA. Over the last few years, as we heard Jeff talking about earlier, defense has become a major issue because hackers, your run-of-the-mill hackers, and nation states are now exploiting our system. So we have to defend them. Defense was started at NSA as well. The Information Assurance Directorate was the premier organization for defense. NIST was associated with creating defense, and so was DISA. So you have defense and attack. Attack is a large aspect of cybersecurity. When the whole attack picture, when we identified that we needed to attack our adversary systems, it wasn't to shut down anything for malicious purposes. It was to stop attacks coming from other places to our systems. Some of the individuals exploiting our systems were so advanced that we couldn't stop the attacks. So we needed the capability to attack their systems to shut it down. So NSA was not allowed to conduct attacks. So boom, U.S. Cybercom was born. Utilizing Title 10, the Warfighter Authority, they are allowed and capable to attack our adversaries with presidential approval. So bada bing, bada boom, that's CNO. So that's how the government sees cybersecurity. Commercial organizations aren't allowed to hack into anybody's networks. It's illegal, right? They can't hack into the Chinese, they can't hack into the Russian systems. It's all illegal. If anybody tells you they're doing that, they should be in jail. So commercial organizations have a defensive aspect on cybersecurity. They're more focused on protecting their networks or their clients' networks. Now, you have some commercial organizations that conduct penetration testing. They'll hack into a network or try to hack into a network to identify vulnerabilities so that other people can hack in. But commercial organizations are primarily focused on defense. So the government has offensive and defensive capabilities, whereas commercial organizations primarily have defensive missions. So in a nutshell, that's cybersecurity.